Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am AstroZerg from YGG Gaming. So, I was playing ladder just a few minutes ago, and this game occurred. Now, the thing about this game, we will get into after introduction. So, in the top right-hand corner, we have AstroZerg. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have What the Hell. Now, this game, we're going to call Hellbat Part 2. Maybe change the name after. But this game was very similar to a previous video I showed where I was attacked by Hellbats and ghosts. Now, keep in mind, Hellbats are not a common, and we're not talking about Hellions, we're talking about Hellbats, which is the, if you get an armory, you can change Hellions into Hellbats. They have more health, but move slower. So, this guy attacked me, not, what the hell, we're talking about, the last video. He attacked me with Hellbats and ghosts. This guy did something a little different, but in a very similar way. Now, you will see how I ended up, somehow, defending it and winning. So, let's get into it. He does a standard opening with the barracks and refinery. I like it. Meanwhile, I do my standard opening with patch first before pool. And he gets his reactor and what looks like an expansion. Now, this is different. So it looks like he's going to play economically. So, let's see where that goes. So, he's doing his standard wall off. I have my scouts going. So, the game looks somewhat normal. He's making good use of his energy in his orbital. He got it right away, which is especially good, because with an orbital command, you want to get it as soon as your barracks is down. That's the first thing you get afterwards. So, now he's going into what looks like a 1-1-1 build. Okay? And, so, let's just appreciate these beautiful drone workers for all the work they did. So now we have our first Zerg intel. Anyway, so we've got our second going, and we've got this Overlord wandering around. If something like this happens to you and you're Terran, send a Marine outside and around to about here, while one is up here shooting, so you can kill it, because you really, supply blocking the Zerg player, or really any player early on, is a very good strategy, or a good move, because it will slow them down a whole lot. So this guy did not do a Reaper into factory, he did Marines, which is pretty interesting. I mean, that's standard, but as you can see here, now he's got 2 factories, so from what I can see here, it looks like he'd be doing Marine siege tank drops as his choice, and he's getting his orbital right away. Perfect. But as you can see, he's getting his Hellions now. So as soon as you see this reactor, you know, okay, he's probably not going siege tank. So with this reactor, if I had scouted a little better, you can see I scouted very good. So you can see the reactor. Let's just make sure. Yes, I can see the reactor. The only thing is, I can't see the second factory. If I had seen this, if I had scouted just a little bit later, I would have seen this. And so, seeing 2 factories is a good indicator that they're really going to go more of a mech build. So, with 2 almost fully saturated bases versus his 1 getting saturated base, or 2 getting saturated bases, you can see he's starting to build up his Hellion count with 4 more. And he's getting his tech lab on his barracks. And then here's the armory to make the Hellions into Hellbats. So it was pretty interesting. I did the same build as before, which is really good. As soon as I saw that factory, I knew that it was probably not a good idea to go into Ling Bane, because he probably was not going straight for a Bioball Marine Marauder Medevac build. So that was a smart idea, because Lings versus Hellbats or Hellions is not a good idea. So as you can see, all these Hellions, even I would have sent a Overlord Scout, but my layer was a little late. But in general, you want to send that Overlord into Scout and sacrifice it, maybe, just so you can see what's going on in the other player's base. So you can see here, he's got a big count of Hellions. It would have helped to scout maybe one more time. And you can see I'm going for upgrades. I've got a lot of drones going over here, so I'm just droning up, getting economy, spreading my creep. And you can see he's got a little squad of 4 Marines coming in, and they find a lonely little overlord. You can see all the blood just fall straight into that little canyon. Now, here he comes with a giant amount of 14 Hellions. This is a lot of Hellions, and 16 now. So, 16 Hellions versus 8 Roaches, 16 Hellions are gonna win. Now, the only thing about this is that 16 Hellions with a distance this far to go, and this is where Defender's Advantage comes in. Defender's Advantage is where you have basically the person who's defending has access to units faster than the person attacking. So now we've got 12 Hellbats down here for the Terran player versus pretty much no Roaches. The thing is, though, at least 3 bases of pretty much full minerals. Zerg player is going to be in good shape, just in general. So, the fact that he's only got 2 Hellions coming at a time versus all these, and most of these Hellbats have at least half health, or at most half health, then this is not going to go well. I would say he needs to get on to, he needs to just use this. He's got plenty of minerals because the spending for what the hell was not good at all. So he's just got too many minerals. He needs to just go right in for the economy. He did a good job getting this mineralized, but it's still 2 bases versus 2 bases, which still is a pretty even thing. If he goes in and just takes out these workers, he would have been in good shape. Unfortunately, he takes a few missiles to the face, almost killing 2 Hellbats, and right here is where things start looking very good for me with this giant army. So now it's just, I knew for sure right here that this had to begin, because once you see more reinforcements coming, you know that there's 7 everything they got. The problem is, what the hell is not good at spending his minerals? He's got a lot of supply depots, but only 63. He's got half the supply. He's using half the supply that he actually has. So now he's trying to bring everything back, but it's a little late now because he wasn't actually doing anything at home. If he had gotten some CH Roaches, if he had built the starport, and see, now you can see he's building the Braxtons. That's not a really good idea at the point, because a few Marines or a few Marauders not going to do that much. So here, I get a free Hellion, just store him up here. But I'd say, if he had got starport, and this is for anybody that's thinking of playing Terran and doing, maybe doing something like this, get a starport. Banshees versus Roaches. Banshees are gonna win, because Roaches can't heal. But you can move your Banshees. So it was good play from both people. I'd say if Terran had spent his money a little wiser, there might have been a chance for him to win. But props to What the Hell for this interesting part 2 of my Hellbat experience that was very random. So thank you. This is AstroZerg from YGG Gaming. See you next time.